So if you are a part of any of the journaling conversations online, you've probably seen people talk about their journaling ecosystems, and I've been checking out a few videos and I really like the idea of it. I have always kept multiple journals, and I think the word ecosystem or journaling ecosystem is like one of the new terms that people use, but I actually like the term because when you think about it, ecosystem is like, or it means like an environment where everything works together. So I like that idea when it comes to classifying how a person is using their journal. So I'm going to show you my journaling ecosystem. So let's get right into it. My first journal is the Inner Escape Creative Journal, and this is actually a journal that I created. I love this journal, number one, because I did create it, but also because this is an experiment in combining all of the things that creative journaling has to offer. So I like to use this journal for pretty much everything. It's a catch-all. I have coloring pages in here. I have actual writing. Let me show you. I have actual line pages to write in, that I write in. And then grid paper. This is where I like sketch out my ideas and stuff. And then I have inside of it blank pages. So I use this journal as a catch-all. It's spiral bound. And although it's a pretty journal, it still doesn't, it just makes me want to use it because it's really interactive and there's so much stuff in it that I don't feel afraid to like mess up or just start. So my first journal is the Inner Escape Journal. And I think it's important to have like that one core journal that you use for everything, that you kind of honestly like destroy. Like I use this journal, I don't destroy it, but I do use it freely. Like I just allow myself to write, to flow, to come up with ideas. And also this journal usually stays at home because this is like my journal for when I'm just trying to wind down or start the day, or like this is my me time journal. Like it literally says a creative space for your me time. So that's how I use this journal. All right, the second journal in my creative ecosystem, this is what people are now calling a junk journal, but it's really just a scrapbook. It is a place where I keep everything that I want to remember. So I'll show you an example of a page that I created. This is from Agriculture Fair in St. Croix this year. Earlier there was it's like a festival or fair where people come together, showcase animals, plants, vending, etc. So I basically, I just use this journal to archive and scrap any of the things that are happening in my life that I want to remember. And this is really important for my journaling ecosystem because last year I made it a point to, I don't have to journal that day about the event, but just collect things and keep it like somewhere that I know that I can reach out and get the supplies that I need to just glue it quickly into this journal. So this is a very important part of my journaling ecosystem because it's memories, like it's pictures, it's notes, it's cards, it's all kind of things. And I don't use this every day. This is not my everyday journal, but since it holds memories, it doesn't need to be an everyday journal. It's just like a journal for when I want to sit down and be reflective or appreciative, or just like reflect on the events in my life that are meaningful. And something I didn't say about the Inner Escape Journal is this is like more of my everyday journal. I feel like the everyday journal should be something that you're just not afraid to use. And so like I said earlier, use this as my catch-all. It's just like a space for me to get messy during my me time. And so this is every day. This is more so like when I'm keeping memories. And then the last but not least, this is a new addition. Wait, is this the last? No, actually it's not the last. I actually have this one back here. So this is my herb journal. This is like my journal that I keep my notes on herbs. I keep my notes on teas. I keep my notes on anything that I'm experimenting with as far as health So for example, I have like how I felt when I used ashwagandha for 7 days straight. And I just take note of different things that I'm learning or I have learned when it comes to plants that I want to keep in mind and I want to keep referring to. So this is a very important part of my journaling ecosystem, and I customized it, which I really love. It has a cowrie shell on this side, and it has a mirror on this side, which stay tuned because I have some custom journals coming on my website, which I'm really excited about. But this is like my tester, and I love this journal. I forgot to mention, I'm so sorry, this video is all over the place. This is, and I'm gonna link all these journals in the description. This journal is called The Journey is the Destination Artist Journal. When I saw this at the art supply store, I loved it because number one, the thickness of it is obviously a little thicker now because I've added stuff, but it's kind of a thick journal and it has a story behind it. So unfortunately, the person that this journal, whose artwork is inside of this journal, they were tragically killed in a civil war, I think I can't remember what country, but his certain journal entries of his are archived inside of this journal. Like this is something that he created. These are from his actual journal pages, I believe. And so I really like that because it's like, as this journal is already like a memorialization of another artist journal, it's also a not a memorialization, but like a memory keeping space. And it feels like I'm kind of gaining inspiration and working with another artist, because this is an artist journal. I don't know if that makes sense. Inside of this, there's also quotes that from the artists. Like this one is, "Look for solutions, not problems." Let me show you another page so you can see like how creative this journal is. This also gave me a lot of ideas for my own journal, which is why I like to buy journals too. This is really cool. This is a page from the artist journal that he drew in his sketchbook. So it's really creative. All right. And then last but not least, this is a new addition to my journaling ecosystem. I didn't quite have a journal for the go for my purse. And so I got a Voyager's notebook, and I just cannot wait to use this. I was like sitting on it and thinking like, how am I gonna use this journal? And I think, and I know this sounds crazy, but I think I'm gonna use this journal to track my journal business. Like I think that's like gonna be one of the main uses for it. I'm gonna do a full walkthrough of this because it's a really neat notebook, but it's a traveler's journal. So it has a leather case. You take off the elastic binding, and inside of it, it has a lot of cool things like storage pockets, little small notebooks with, I don't know if you can see that. Okay, little small notebooks, line notebooks, craft paper notebooks, or not craft paper, but you can't really see it, but dotted notebooks or dotted pages rather, and blank pages, and then more storage in the back. And so I'm just really excited to use this because I did not have anything to journal with on the go. I also plan on using this as like my overall travel journal. Like besides the fact that I'm going to use it for traveling, I also just want to use this as a space. Because think about it, when you're traveling, when you're on the go, like for me, that's when I have the most ideas. And I don't always want to take my well, it's not really big, but this can fit more easier in a purse than this can. Even though, don't get me wrong, I have and do carry this with me, so it has fit in my purse. But I just like the idea of how this journal has, you know, pockets and things I could store, things I can put inside of it, whether it's like, you know, I'm out and I see something that inspires me, like a business card, I don't know, I can stick it inside of here and I could just keep it. So I will be diving more in depth into how I'm using my traveler's notebook and I'm really excited to use it. So yeah, this one is the Voyager Notebook by Peter Popper Peter. I don't know the full name, but I will put it inside of the description. But that's my journaling ecosystem so far, and I look forward to showing you how my journaling unfolds in 2026 as I explore this current setup. So if you like this video, be sure to check out my other ones on creative journaling, and I look